everybody, welcome back. So today, we're actually gonna take on the Anjanath. I did take him on earlier. I had very little problem with it, but I had a terrible headset. Wasn't cooperating. If you've seen any of my early videos that I posted, you could tell there was a lot of problems. So I got a new headset, and now I'm going to try to pick up where I left off for the most part and put out some of the videos that people might want to see more than others. The Anjanath is one of the first real big monsters that can cause a problem. Usually I take on things with the insect glaive, but because of his raw power, I do like to keep my distance from him. I chose today to go with basically the bone route for my bow, just so that I can actually use some paralyze and poison coatings. I do have an upgraded armor, opposed to obviously from the first time I would have fought him, but again, the first time I took him down with a bow, and I had just some power coatings. And I was still just using the starting equipment. Actually, up until recently, I think it was like last night, I just started creating new gear. This here is my only set that I have that's outside of the starting set, and I actually don't have it completed. It's the Great Gyros gear, but I was having problems with that due to the fact that the Great Gyros, I haven't even actually got technically to the mission, so I was killing them in exploration, so it doesn't give me as nice rewards at the end. So I had to kill like half a dozen times to get my set. But now you can see that run into the Anjanath. The best way to kill him, like any monster, is try to avoid him. That's one reason I love the bow. I can have crappy gear, as long as I'm not getting hit, nothing matters. Best places to hit him are right here behind the thigh. The front top of his thigh seems to be pretty armored. His neck is armored, so hitting him in the face is good. Hitting him like right there in the top shoulder, those wee little arms, those are good. But his neck is armored, so if you miss, again, top of his thighs, so hitting him right there in the butt's good. Alright, so we're gonna try to paralyze him. The Great Gyros set, it has perks to poison or to paralyze. That's one reason I'm actually using it. I just made the bow. I haven't actually tried to use paralyzing arrows on it yet. Alright. Of course, you want to get involved. I also like the Pookie belt. I think that was the first piece that I actually had. I was running with that. I like poison a lot. And my insect glaive is pretty much the Pookie glaive, so it's all about poison. So then, as an upgrade piece, I chose to go with the Pookie belt, so that it was easier to apply poison. Plus my insect is also poison based, so got a lot of poison opportunities. Now the Anjanath does have a bunch of health. The first time I took him on, I got lucky quite a few times, mainly because when he was trying to run away from me, I think twice, it was 2 separate occasions, the Rathlos showed up, and the second time not so much, but the first time, man, just took him on. Yeah, 'cause you can see there his neck just shot it, so you can see all I did was take ones. He has a lot of defense there. Alright, I'm gonna go catch up with him. Honestly, I think just the hardest part about this fight is just how much health he has. And just the pure freaking length of the fight can be a little tough compared to the previous ones we've done up to this point. There is another set piece that, if you like the bow, wouldn't be too bad to invest in, would be the Rathlos legs. They give you an ability that it makes charged attacks charge faster. So if you like the bow, you could actually use like the Dragon's Rage or whatever the heck it's called, quicker. I don't have them and I haven't tried it out yet, but that would be pretty cool. Alright, come on, big boy. If you like using the environment right there, you can try to make that fall on them. First time you encounter him, there's a cutscene. And yeah, and you'll learn it from there as well. Right, let's see if we can. Not with the bow, I can't. Yeah, if you're seeing between my damage counters that are coming up, you're kind of getting a good idea of where to and where not to hit him. Up to about his knee is heavily protected all around except for right here. So basically pink, you want to hit him in the pink. That's basically your best option. Except for his wee little hands. His hands are, I think, the best dark part. You can hit him all around. No way. Come on. If you've seen it in my previous videos, I always make it a point to get honey. Early game, honey doesn't really seem like a key thing, but you can make a lot of key items out of it. Mega nutrients, mega potions. Later, you may not care now, but in the long run, you'll be glad that you stockpile that little bit of honey. As far as those little like research options, I always take the honey ones because I know I'm always going to be grabbing every little piece of honey I run past. Right. Oh, turf war. And so here's the Rathlos. And you're going to see here, Rathlos will take, yeah, 740 damage. Rathlos don't play around. The best thing I learned from the first time I fought the Anjanath is... Oh, okay, well. Guess that's what happens when turf war goes south. But the first time I fought the Anjanath, the part that got me a little confused when fighting him was when he started limping. I feel like he actually starts limping earlier than you'd kind of expect. And so even once he starts limping, you don't want to... I mean, you got to stay frosty because he's still got quite a bit of life in him. little scout flies feature makes it really easy to relocate monsters. Big things you do want to watch out for is he can grab you. Yeah, when he does that, he can grab you and start flailing you around like we saw with the Ogres earlier.
That's a bomb.
Oh.
Do some serious damage.
Oh man, he's pretty pissed. Well then. So obviously you can tell when he's enraged, just like any monster, his damage goes up substantially. And as long as you take a point from what I'm doing here and avoid his fire attacks, basically whenever he's got fire coming from his mouth, those are the best times to avoid him. If you can do that, then he's easy. Or I could just leave like that and retarded and run into every attack he does. Also, yeah, that jump attack, that is really good to avoid. Just like the fire, he does a lot of damage when he does that. Those are pretty much the main attacks with him that you want to avoid, is getting chomped and put in his mouth, or he'll thrash you around. Anything with fire coming out of his mouth is best to avoid. But again, like I said, he seems to have more health than you think when he gets to that point of limping. Yeah, but his jumps and his fire, that's the best things to avoid. Also, the area he goes to sleep it off, that's it can be a little risky fighting there, especially if he does like his jump or any high activity like ground seismic style attacks. He'll shake the whole like ivy bed that you're fighting him on, so it can be a little dangerous fighting him where he rests. Most of the monsters so far, I haven't really seen a lot of problems taking them on where they sleep. He's coming back up here. I've also seen a three-way turf fight. It was in the 3rd region, and it was kind of interesting to watch that. It's like they were all over the place. In fact, I think more so it was. Oh shoot! If anything, I think the worst part about this fight is just the Rathlos. He's obnoxious. Scout flies. I think he actually got up there a different way. Maybe it is. Yeah, so you can tell now he's asleep. Oh, damn, that's not that one. Oh, so I didn't bring anything. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here, like this bed. You can see as he's moving, it moves a little bit underneath of him. There's highlights, ups and downs about it. One, if he does a big movement, it can actually cause like that. And if you're on it, it'll just immobilize you for a brief second. Other perks though, is if you can get him to like super lunge and leap into it, he'll actually get stuck. Thank you, kitty cat. So yeah, the Yagras fall. Okay, we're not.